Okay, we are live. What's up, everybody? So yesterday's stream was a frustrating one. I was working on having kind of like a shared state for my cart and Shopify interactions on this Iron Jimmy website, and it didn't go well. I could not figure it out. Ran into issues, and after a lot of trial and error today on Code Sandbox, this thing is awesome. Code Sandbox is it's an online code editor. I was screwing around with context here, and I came up with what I believe is the solution. So first of all, check out Code Sandbox. Takes forever to start up. But this will run things like Gatsby applications, React applications, anything you could think of just right in the browser. And so I had trying to model the same thing I was doing with a cart object with two different like product pages and adding to cart, and I think I figured out the issue. So I found documentation on Gatsby's website talking about layout components and how they're different in Gatsby version 2. And I remember doing the upgrade from version 1 to version 2. And it took me some time to do that. And layouts are one of the things that changes. So, yeah, life after layouts in V2. So he was talking about how layouts work between the two. There's no like great example here. Here's a great example. How layouts worked in version 1. Root, layout, then the page element, meaning anytime you change the page, the layout was still there. How layouts work in version 2. The root, then the page element, which has the layout. So the layout will re-render each time the page changes. Well, aha! What happened? My context that I was using inside of layout was refreshing every time I'd change the page. That's why we were losing everything. So I'm going to go back at this. Oh, and moreover, if I look at store.gatsby.js, they use this thing Gatsby plugin layout, which essentially enables adding components which live above the page level. It essentially re-implements the behavior of layout components in Gatsby v1. And what is it helpful for? Persisting layout between page changes, like storing state when navigating pages, because we want that cart to stay the whole entire time. And so, sorry, here we go. Here's the code I was referring to. So store.gatsbyjs.org actually uses that plugin, Gatsby plugin layout. And where does it use it? You'll just notice that in any of the pages on their website, layout's not even there. Oh, okay, product listing. And this product listing, it starts with a static query, moves on to render, and notice there is no layout whatsoever. Because layout is defined in their Gatsby config using Gatsby plugin layout. It just says, hey, look, for every page, use this layout. So I'm going to try to follow the same model because all the code that I pretty much wrote last night was correct. I just wasn't using Gatsby plugin layout. So let's get started. What's the first thing I have to do? First thing is install the plugin. Again, this plugin is going to allow the layout component to live above the page component so it does not re-render. It's taking a long time to install. Okay, there we go. Next thing we need to do is in our Gatsby config, let's reference how they did it here. Do this. You point it to your layout component. And then it says once the plugin is added, you don't need to wrap your pages with a layout component. It does it automatically. Okay. So let's do it. So it's in source components layout.js. Source components layout.js. Perfect. Okay. Let's see if it builds. Everything's looking good so far. Okay, awesome. Oh, yeah, look at this. Okay, we have double layouts. Go figure. We've got double layouts because I haven't removed the other layouts on the pages yet. So let's just start with like the index page. Here's the index page. We're going to get rid of layout. We'll just wrap it in the React fragment here and see. Great, it already looks better, right? Already looks better. Cool. Now the sleeves page is what we were really working on. Get rid of the layout component there. Don't need it. Also don't need the import in index as well. Close that. Go to sleeves. Great. Right, we don't need this anywhere. 404 doesn't need layout. About doesn't need layout. Apparel doesn't need layout. No layout in contact. I did index, did sleeves, straps. And where else might we have layout? In the templates? Yes. Okay, almost done. Last one. Then we'll do a search to make sure we got everything. Layout is gone. Let's make sure. Yeah, we're good. Okay, it's gone. We still building okay? Great. Let's click around. Sleeves, straps, apparel, about, contact. Great. What about privacy? Yeah, great. All these are good. So let's go to the solid color barbell sleeve. Okay, also good. Now look at this. Perfect. It's not asking for the cart again because the layout hasn't unmounted. Awesome. Okay, this is awesome. Now, do we actually have the context that I'm looking for? This was the whole point. Context. I'm just gonna get rid of all this right now. I'm gonna start from a blank context. And layout, we actually define the context. So when layout starts, we initialize cart. Okay, we set an initial cart. And we pass that down. From the cart context as the provider in the value. So we've got cart, add, and remove. So this is good. So let's go see in our sleeves template. Look at this. Use context, cart context. Let's log it. And we'll say sleeves cart context. So it's coming through. There's the cart. And good, it doesn't fetch it again. Look, we went to the main page and then back to sleeves. And this doesn't run again, but this is stored in layout. Now it updates once it retrieves the cart from the initial get. Nice. This is what we're looking for. So let's try the on submit. So anytime we press that add to cart button and submit the product form, on submit is called. We log a bunch of stuff. So we log cart context, We should be able to call cart context add and remove on this. So we're on the sleeves. Here's a solid color barbell sleeve. And when we press add to cart, it says add twice. Because I'm an idiot. When we press add to cart, yes, those functions are passed through. Okay, problem solved, boys and girls. Awesome. So after this, it should be super easy to do anything else we need. We have all the cart context in layout that can be passed through consumers to any child component on any page, which won't get re-rendered or unmounted, meaning we won't have multiple queries to get the cart or anything like that. Sick. Sick. Okay, let's clear this. Go back to the home page. Oh, that was weird. Okay. Interesting. We lost our cart there. That's okay. So solid color barbell sleeve. We will add a bright yellow one on there. Great. And that's not going to change, obviously. So now all we have to do in layout is populate these methods. So we know that when we press add to cart, we want to run the cart context add method. And that's it. We're good. Now, it's not necessarily true, right? We need to know the variant. We already have that saved in state. Yo. So the add method will take a variant and we'll pass it back up. Let's see. Yeah, awesome. So now in here, we just import all of our stuff from. It's a variant ID. What's it return? A cart probably, right? Add to cart returns a cart. Perfect. And guess what? Now we can update the state with the new cart. So add to cart. Yes. Const cart equals. And this is async. It's probably going to yell at me. Or I'm probably going to return nothing. So log cart, that'll probably be undefined. Then we can set cart with cart and return. Now this is probably not going to work because add to cart is asynchronous and we are not doing an await here. But let's just test that theory. So let's do this. We'll wipe out the cart entirely, reload the page. We have no cart whatsoever. We just made one. Ooh, let's go to barbell sleeves. Ooh, I like this one. Ooh, I want to add bright yellow. Add to cart. Wah, wah, wah. Promise. Yes, because we did not await the promise. Cool. So easy. Async. We await the add to cart method. Now cart should have a value. And we can store it in state. And once it's stored in state, all right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Same thing, we will refresh the cart. A new one has been made. I like riffle green. Add to cart. And there we have a cart with one line item. Solid color barbell sleeve. Show me the options or something. Show me anything. Yeah, 15K riffle green. Look at that. Yes. But what if I wanted green? Oh, my cart's updating. I don't know how or why that's happening. What if I wanted clear water? So now we have riffle green, green and clear water. That's what should be in here. Riffle green, green, and clear water. Ho ho ho. Boys and girls. It's working. Now, okay, why is cart working? I don't remember what I did there. So here's cart. Here's the cart button right here. Because I'm using the cart context. Awesome, done. Look how easy that is. I did nothing. This is already leveraging the cart context, which will suck in the web URL and the number. Let's just do this to make life easier. Link is equal to cart context dot cart dot web URL, and items is going to go cart context dot cart dot line line items dot length. And we could simplify this to link items. Done. Now I want chili pepper. So good. But now I want a 20 kg navy. Updated. Bam. Now I want a chili pepper, then okay. This is 6666666. So what did we just finish here? Anything? Cart button's not quite finished, because this should essentially redirect to a /cart page. This should actually be a link from Gatsby. So we're going to style link. And 2 is going to equal the cart page. We don't have a cart page yet, so we're going to make one. I'm using my new VS Code shortcut for functional components. Where did I put this file? Source pages cart.js. Why am I not seeing it? Okay, there it is. Cool, so this should work. Where? Seems fine to me. How else have we done this? Link. Yeah, seems about right. Sleeve, straps, apparel, about, contact. Let's look at like the about page. It's a lot simpler. About. Export default about. Yeah, looks about right. Constant cart, export default cart. Maybe Gatsby needs like a full refresh. Now, you know what's great about this? I don't have to do any like queries at when this component loads because it's already in the cart context. Localhost 8000 cart. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it needed a refresh. This is great. This is great. So I would say this button is done now. It's fully responsive. No, you know what? Let's make it a little bit nicer. So we only want to show items. If there are some of them. So let's just make this JavaScript. This be a template string over the space cart. Oh, how do we do this? Let's get in. Or maybe just this cart plus like what? Like items. See, we need to see if items is true, if it's 0. So we'll try it out here. So items, then like true, or if it's not, false. Yeah, false. Okay, that'll work. So if there's items, we want to show space and then the number of items. Space and then the number of items. And if it's false, we want to show nothing. Does that work? Select application, we'll clear that out. Refresh the page. There's nothing in the cart. Now there's one thing in the cart. Okay, cool. 2 things in the cart. But if there's nothing in the cart, it shows nothing. Can I clean that up a little bit? I think it's okay. I don't like putting so much logic like right in line there, but unless I just like calculated up here, or like the items portion of the string is this, but yeah, I'll keep it like this. So I can say that the cart button's actually done. Closes number 16. So much work went into this one. 19 files changed? Holy crap. Okay, so let's review what we did. Added the layout plugin. Extremely important. Let's just do this. Git add star git commit -m. Added layout plugin. What else did we do? Cart.js. Oh my god, yeah, we used context everywhere, right? Like, super important. So we did cart context. We initialized the cart properly. Use effect initialize cart. Use state. Yeah, so I'll say like layout state. And then we remove layout from like every single component. That's, I mean, doesn't seem like a lot, but this was a lot of work and understanding. Closes what number? Number 16. See, now we're going to be moving. After this, easy. It will be easy, easy, easy. That was the key to unlocking everything. Now that all state is in layout component, we just magically use context literally everywhere else, and we have access to everything we need. Okay, so it's pushed up. Yeah, again, it doesn't close. Where is it? Cart button. Say referenced, yeah. So let's just close it manually. We'll check out our milestone here. Okay, next up is the cart in and of itself. This should not be a big deal. So here it is. We're going to import cart context from cart context. We're going to use the hook, use context to grab it. And now inside of cart context, we have everything we could ever ask for. So we're going to log out the cart and see what's actually in it. This is so weird because like every component now doesn't even need props at all, because you're not prop drilling anymore. You're literally just saying, hey, everything I care about in my my overall application state is held at my top level component or some wrapper component. Everybody underneath me, just pick where you want to grab something from. So these component definitions get so simple. Now the problem is they get tied to context. So if you try to move this component anywhere else, it's not going to work, right? But you need this if you don't want to have to be making network requests everywhere. So think about it. You're on a product page, you press add to cart. When you make that network request, you get a cart object back. So when you go to the cart page to, let's say, remove that product from the cart, you don't want to have to make a second network request to grab the cart when that page loads. You already had it a couple seconds ago. So we throw it in application state layout and use context. So it limits reusability here. But I guess that's okay. So let's add a couple things to the cart. Oh no. Oh right, I canceled it. Oh. You know what? I always don't remember to tell everybody I'm streaming. Trying to tell people that I'm streaming right now. This is my channel. But that's weird. It's not showing that I'm actually live right now. Which I definitely am. Customize channel. I don't know. I think there's like a live now. What? Okay, this seems... What? Alright, whatever. Anyways, so solid color sleeves. I like 20 kg bright yellow. Add it to my cart. And now let's go to the cart page. I suppose it's line items. Hmm. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of things buried in there to get to that. So it's line items, and for each line item, you need to go get its variable values, which also have line items. No, 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 no. You need to get its variant. Line items dot variant. Real quick, I want to run into the Gatsby store and see how they do this. Cart. Client. I think it's checkout. Their render method is really what they'll be running through this. Here we go. So checkout dot line items. Cart list. Sorry, I followed this like this. Here's the render method of the functional component. So looking in here, you've got, okay, if we have any items, I'm going to return a cart list of checkout.line items. This corresponds to, this is a cart, or what they labeled as a checkout, dot line items. And for each line item, you're going to want to look at its variant. So I'm sure that's probably what they do. So let's go to cart list, items, oh, interesting. Cart list item. They pass in item. Let's go to cart list item. This doesn't even have a name. Item. Item dot variant. There you go. Okay, cool. So I'm looking at the right thing. Blah. Take a drink of water. By the way, the store I keep referring to is this actual Gatsby store. And I'm dying to contribute to Gatsby because you get a free piece of merch and stickers, and you get invited to their organization. So like on github.com, if I go to like my profile, I would have Gatsby like listed right under here as like organizations. So for instance, like Kyle Matthews, the Gatsby guy. Whoops. Search it in all GitHub. Users. Is it him? I don't know. That's not him. Oh, well, I don't know. Like, what about Swix? Swix, yeah, there you go. Wow, he doesn't have any organizations? That's really weird. Shit. Who else can I do? Kent Dodds. He probably has like a million organizations. Because it does a lot of open source. There you go, organizations. And I would get a really slick like little Gatsby thing right there. Anyways, I had goals for this year for 3 open source contributions, and that's definitely on my list. So where was I? Checkout.lineitems.variant. So let's iterate over this. So let's say cart context dot line items dot map, and for each of them, what are we going to do? We are going to take an item and we're going to log it. That's how we're going to start this. Just make sure we're getting the right data. Cannot read map if undefined. Oh, I already see the problem. Cart context dot cart, because remember we have those two other methods in there, add and remove. So cart is what we're looking for. I'll simplify the variables later. Oh, there's only one thing in our cart, so let's add something else. I like that one. 2 things in our cart. So we'll go to the cart page. There we go. 2 things in our cart. So specifically here, we want to look at the variant. You know what the first thing I want to do is add a checkout button. That way we can double check what's going on. So for instance, a cart and then checkout. So, and then they'll go, yep, here. So let's add a checkout button. It's not a button, it's actually a link. And it's a normal A. And this is to cart context.cart.web URL. And we'll just say like checkout. Doink, and that should bring us to the Shopify checkout page. God, this takes forever to load. See, this is why I want to store everything in state. Look at this. Awesome. I think this is everything we need here, so we're just going to grab the variant image and the title and the price. Let's go back. Okay. Let's make that button look a little bit nicer. How do all the other buttons look on the website? About? No, there's one on contact and there's one on like any product. Let's go to the contact page. Yeah, it's just a regular button. That's how they style it. Okay, so const link, I don't know. We'll call it link. Naming things with style components is still very difficult for me. So style.a, and here we can just put whatever we want. So we want it to match those button styles. Now, where are those actually defined? Oh, I still have SCSS in here. Yeah, shit. It's this. This is bad. This is really bad. Don't copy code and paste it. But what's it yelling at? Oh. Oh, because the colors aren't defined. We need to import the colors. Oh, lovely. Yeah, because this is in SCSS. Man, I need to move everything to styled components. This is bad. Yeah, import colors from style.colors. This is so bad. And so this will be colors dot black. I think that's what we have. Black and gray. That's all we have. We don't have that red in there. Again, so bad. Don't copy colors like this. Let's get these in there. The style components let us do stuff like this. The darken. I don't know. So let's add in, there's black, gray. White, obviously. And then we'll get our colors in here. So we'll have red. And that is, just copy it. And so let's do a quick Google. Styled components, color, lighten. So confused. What is this? Can I use CSS frameworks? Oh. Oh. Can I put percentages in this stupid tool? Oh. 10% total? No, I don't think so. Hex color tool. What is this? Oh, sweet. Okay, that might work. Well, okay, or let's just look this up. We'll go to about or contact. check out this button. We'll look at its styles. Hey, where'd it go? Button. And we'll put it in the hover state. And there it is. Found it. So we'll call it dark red. Perfect. And this isn't dark red, this is colors.dark red. What have I forgotten? Oh, red. Anything else? No, I don't think so. There we go. That's not right. That's not right at all. Only the background's supposed to change. Why is the why is the actual color supposed to change? Or why is the actual color changing? Hover. Yeah. Because I have a base CSS defined that for links. So what do we need to do? Just override that? Probably. I need to figure out how to move this all to style components and not keep fighting between Sass and style components. So we were on cart and hover. We need to make sure that the color stays black. Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of vomit everything to the screen. And we'll go from there. Like, we'll just get it out there. Let's see. Here we go. So, here's all these items. We want to do more than just log it. But let's see what we got first. Refresh this page, 2 items. So we want the variant image source. The price and the title. So let's log item.title, item.variant dot, I believe it was price. Yep. and item dot variant dot title. And we want the item dot variant dot image dot what something. Variant image source. This should be everything we need to print to the page. There's our image, title, the little flavor text underneath. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna change the order. So here we want an image tag with the source of item.variant.image.source. We want probably a span with the content of item.title and probably another span with item.variant.title and finally span. No, because probably not spans. Spans are inline blocks and paragraphs are block level. So we probably want them block level so that title and variant title can be on separate lines. But we'll see what it looks like once it gets out to the screen. What's it yelling at me about? I have no idea. What? What? It's an IMG tag, is it not? Let's figure out what's wrong here. We'll look for another dot map. I have no return. That's why. All of this needs to go into a return. It still doesn't like it. Oh. Oh, it can only return one thing. Alright, sweet. Yeah. Nice. Gigantic. Let's make these images smaller. Let's just call that checkout. Let's make another one for cart item image. And let's say its width can be like 4 rem. I don't know. It's about right. Maybe bigger. I mean, 7 rem. Inspect. How wide is this? Like, okay, 70. What about here? How wide are these ones on the Shopify one? Oh, whoops. Let's go to checkout. Inspect. There, 64. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so see the two titles are on the same line. Same with this one here. So let's make these p tags. Everything could be a p tag. It's no big deal. Look, everything's on new lines now. And so this is all great because now we can just make this a grid. So let's return a cart line item. And this will just be a styled div. And this will be a styled cart. Everything is display grid because it's seriously the best CSS property ever. And this is, yeah, let's see what it does by default. Can't remember if it's rows or columns. Yeah, it looks like it's rows. So this one's probably good. Let's just add like a border. 3 pixels, solid black. Oh. What do we have here? Do we have a key? Let's log the item. Item.id, how about that? Sure. Good, it stops yelling at me. Now this should be like near instant if we're moving from a page we've already loaded that's in the cache. Yeah, okay, there we go. So we got a cart line item. The cart line item is going to be displayed grid, and it's going to be columns. And let's just do Is it grid auto flow? Columns? Controls how the grid also placement works. Grid auto columns. What does that mean? Specify the size of implicitly created columns. Well, something's wrong here anyways in the CSS. Oh, because it should probably be column. Haha, that's why. And so the title and the variant title are going to be grouped together. Yes, in a column, and then you've got the price over here. I might need to get this out of the grid. Or align everything center or something, I'm not sure. Alright, because this looks like it's aligned like left or something. So for instance, you could say like, or justify. Start. Center. Yeah. But what if we justified everything center? I don't know. This would be at the styled cart level. Justify. It's probably not content. I always forget though. Styled cart. Justified content center. Nope. So it's justify items. Yeah, but we don't want that. We only want it for the button. So there you go, only the button is centered. Again, let's look at some examples here. How does, okay, your cart, it like says. That's, so we want that to be centered, don't we? Can I just throw like a text align centered on there? That might work. Is that really going to screw up some other stuff? Yeah, that's rough. Does that mean I can change the styling on the button to drop that? No, I want it the same size. Okay. Not too bad so far. Not too bad. So what do we want here? Style of cart. Yeah, I don't like this. Card needs to be outside of this whole thing. Oh well, you know what? Let's not really mess with this right now. Let's get the logic down. Styling can come later. Styling can come later. Because then we need, yeah, like a button here to remove. So we'll just throw it in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, and then the default styles get applied. I need to get away from this. Like, as much as in some cases where the cascade works really well, I feel like most of the just ran over my mic with my chair. Let's see, we get an audio in. Okay, good. Yeah, I was saying, as much as I like to embrace the cascade sometimes, I feel like the majority of my time I'm actually just overriding base styles, like global styles. And I shouldn't be doing that, so need to transition all the style components. So let's spend the time to override. Here we go. No, you know what? This is removed from cart button. So this is a style.button, and we are going to have, why is this so gigantic? It's got a margin on it, right? It's got padding. Where is the padding coming from? Base CSS 1.5 rem. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I have to reset the padding, reset the background color. Oh, can I say none? Does none work? Right, I need to apply this to the button. Background color inherit is nice. Let's make the padding something decent though, like 1 rem. And maybe do a border on there, so 3 pixels solid black. Let's just, so we can see everything. And so of course, why is it giant? It's giant because by default, the items in this grid are stretching. So if we did align content center, nope, align items center, there we go. Gotta find a way to make this like longer. Like the width just needs to be like big. Is that padding getting jammed? Yeah, look at that. So what if we change the width of this whole thing? It's like 10 rem. That's too small. 50 rem. See, so look at this. Why is this doing that? It's okay, something to work on. Let's just get the logic done, right? So the button. On click. What do we need to do? On click. And this gets to use our cart context dot remove method. So very similar to our sleeves page, our sleeves template, which is over here. On submit, and it just does cart context dot add. It'll be very similar here. So we'll make sure this is actually happening. And then we got to go up to layout to make sure that we actually have something in the remove method. It's just going to log remove. Great. So let's just go ahead and call it. We should see on click and then remove. Awesome. So what are we removing? Let's check the Shopify file, the helpers in it, to see what remove from cart actually does. Takes in an item, which is actually what? Remove line items. Let's go look at the Shopify JS by SDK. Remove line items. So we've got line items to remove, which is what? ID of an existing checkout. I suppose this is a variant ID. So this will call remove from cart with an item. Oh, and it returns cart, right? Yeah. So constant cart is going to equal remove from cart. And pass it in the variant. Same thing as the add method, it's asynchronous. We can await it. We haven't imported this from the Shopify file. And now we can set cart to the updated value. Now, this is fine, but what we don't have is a variant ID. So let's print it. Let's get it here. So in the cart, we've got a variant ID somewhere. How do we tell it which one? What about something like this? Item.variant.id. Let's log the item so we can see. So we have two item.variant. This is a gigantic ID. What's the deal? .id. This is much shorter. I don't understand which variant to use. We will see. Item.variant.id. This is the item.variant.id. That should be it. So dex na equals is this one. Let's just double check, okay? We have, crap. No, go back. We have this in our cart. 20 kg bright yellow, 15 kg tribal Aztec. I want to remove tribal Aztec. Undefined, nice. Is that because I have to pass it in here? Oh. So refresh the page. Checkout should still look the same. Dex NA. Cool. So let's go back to layout, actually allow this to occur, and we'll see if it actually works. So I want to remove this one. Invalid ID. So what is it expecting to get passed to it? Line item IDs. So maybe not the variant ID. So we add variants to cart, but we remove line items. Shopify file should be renamed too. So we add a variant. And we remove a line item. So let's try again. Oh, right. We need to change this. So on this page, this is a line item .id. This is a giant ID. So it's just item.id. So we have two things in the cart. 1, 2. I don't want this one. We removed it. We got a cart back. It updated. It left. Holy shit, it all works. Oh, why does this look different now? Oh. Let's go back. Okay, I don't like this one either. Doink. Oh. Holy shit. It works. Okay, what else do we need to do here? I really want to find a way to namespace these so that I can call the cart context remove from cart, and this be like Shopify.remove from cart. I don't know how to do that though. Maybe if I did like export default and then that's an object. I don't know. I'll mess with it later. So can I call this done. Remove from cart. I suppose. I suppose so. Let's do that. Let's check it in. Let's call remove from cart done. It is working. Now the cart needs a lot more work, but remove from cart is working. So what have we changed? Let's add everything and then commit and start making our message. So layout, what did we do? We did the remove from cart method in context. Context. Well, let's just say remove from cart in context. What did we do in the cart? Oh, we made like a junker cart. Shopify. Yeah, that's really it. And then I would say like cart skeleton, and then remove from cart functionality. Closes. Which one was that? Number 15. Push it. Good work so far tonight. Seriously, that Gatsby plugin layout thing saved the day. Now cart context makes everything so easy. Let's see, referenced it, closed it. So what else do we have left? Not too many. Man, the meta tags. This is killing me. I almost want to just get that done right now. But honestly, it's been a long day. I had a meeting with the Iron Jimmy clients today, and we talked about a tough point. We talked about the timeline. And they're very new to like running a business, and I'm new to web development as well. And so it was a tough discussion because the project got off to a rocky start. You know, deliverables were late, Christmas and New Year's were in the way, and I had to be honest with them about how long it was going to take me to complete the rest of this work. And from a business standpoint, they said, "Hey, look, it's not going to work for us." And you know, you can't, as a developer, you can't respond to that by saying, well, let me just hurry and get it done faster. I want to do that, right? I want to work hard for them, and I am. But you know, I'm live streaming everything that I do. But the right response is, hey, look, this is how long it's going to take me, and if that's not going to work for you, you know, you hired me for my services. What's going to help you run your business, earn the most money, the fastest? And they said, hey, look, our goal is to start selling online as fast as possible. And I said, okay. Shopify has stores, the generic stores. And I'm going to give a little sneak preview here of the store. And look, they made their generic store. Looks pretty good, actually. And so this is the Shopify template. And they can roll with this if they want to. Yep. They can roll with this if they want to, or they can wait for me to finish this website. which obviously isn't running. Um, but this is going to get them up and selling as fast as possible. And then I can do the custom one here in a bit. And this is pretty solid, you know. Even if at the end of the day, all I did was help them get Shopify up and running, guide them through the domain registration process, um, all that kind of stuff, I still think my services were valuable to these folks in bringing up their business. So this is live now, and this is good. They can sell today, hopefully. And if you want to purchase any barbell sleeves, you can do it. So what's one thing? See, now this is difficult. I don't know how to do this. But one thing that their custom website's going to get them is instead of this basic, it knows. Oh, I see. I see how they're doing this. I was going to add like a fancy color picker over here. Yeah, in the end, this may be everything they need. I don't know. But I'm going to keep building, and then they can push custom features to me whenever they want. Awesome, guys. I think I'm going to end the stream here. I did almost 2 hours tonight. It's a lot of work. But now I think I can make a lot of progress with context all set up in the application. So thanks for watching, and tomorrow's another day. More code, more streaming. Catch you guys later.